the co-directors of GenMed Recruitment. I'd like to share my career journey with you, as some of you might be reconsidering your next career steps. So I started out my career as a physiotherapist. I did my degree in the UK and then went straight into the NHS and worked for a few years, moving around different rotations on the ward, and really loved the area of neurological rehabilitation. So worked for a few years in neuro rehab and had amazing senior people that I was learning from, and worked in teaching hospitals. So really found that environment very stimulating. Then as I started to move around the country or go traveling, I moved more into a little bit of neuro rehab, but a lot more of the kind of musculoskeletal outpatients. And this was in private practice. And I enjoyed this for a couple of years, but after a while, I really felt like I was becoming quite stagnant. I found the repetitive nature of the work not as interesting for me as that teaching environment of being in a hospital. And yet the challenge was about career growth, and moving into private practice was always kind of the next step, and a way to obviously earn a higher salary as well. So after a few years in private practice, I really did start to feel like this just isn't quite the career for me. I was always looking for business opportunities for my practice to grow. I was always looking at ways that the business could improve, but just was always kind of questioning whether this career was still motivating for me, which is challenging when you're working with people. But I really didn't want to lose all of that knowledge and all of the training I'd had from my degree and all of those years of experience. When I moved to Australia, I needed to find another job while I was actually still doing all my exams and everything to be able to practice in Australia. And I actually ended up really falling into a role in medical device sales. And at this point, I was selling rehab equipment and neurostimulation devices, and lots of equipment and devices that were for physiotherapists and sports med doctors and orthopedic surgeons, wards, hospitals, but also for neurophysiotherapists, and doing a lot of workshops and even university teaching. So it was a really interesting, stimulating career. And within a few months, I thought, this is brilliant. I absolutely love it. And I'm actually not going to go back to physiotherapy. I found that I was really using all of my background knowledge, all of my clinical knowledge, anatomical knowledge, and being able to apply it in a more commercial fashion. But also I was getting a lot of reward, and I was actually then incentivized to grow my business. And I found this really motivating and really made me want to kind of jump out of bed in the morning and do better. I then continued for the next few years within medical device sales and grew my career, and there's just so much opportunity for growth. I, in the end, became a national business development manager, looking after a team of orthopedic and spine reps across the country. I used to go to visit the US and Europe to see suppliers and to take surgeons on peer-to-peer education sessions. I'd attend conferences. So it was just such a different environment to what I'd worked when I'd been working as an allied health professional. I decided over 2 years ago now to set up GenMed Recruitment with my co-director, Casey Duggan. And now we specialise in the recruitment of people for the medical devices industry. So people in sales roles or clinical support roles and other supporting functions. We also help our kind of unique value in the medtech community is that we actually help to train people like ourselves from a background in allied health all about the industry, and help them secure a job and really do well in interviews.